Northern Arizona University's mountain campus is beautiful, but traveling to Flagstaff is often prohibitive for students, which is why faculty and students are thrilled to have one certificate program online.
Speech-language pathologists, or speech therapists, help people with difficulty producing particular sounds or speaking clearly. Most states require a master's degree for licensure. NAU's online speech-language pathology assistant certificate program provides education and skills for people who want to work in that field as an assistant.
In the state of Arizona right now, there are no requirements for speech assistants, so anyone can work as an assistant. But a lot of people don't want to hire them because they have no training at all, and it's all on-the-job training. So our program gives them the academic class coursework that they need to work as an assistant, and it's done in a very clinical way, so they actually see what goals look like and how to implement those goals and through our courses.
Dennis Tanner is a professor of health professions who's been at NAU for 30 years. He says the online certificate program benefits students in several ways.
It gives the undergraduate degree some professional relevance for them. It introduces them to the discipline, and we think that many of our students will end up going on to graduate school and become certified speech-language pathologists and audiologists.
Tanner says NAU's certificate program is successful because there are 25,000 unfilled jobs nationally in the field of speech-language pathology. While many complete NAU's certificate program and work with children, the U.S. Department of Labor reports an ongoing need among older age groups whose medical conditions result in speech and language problems.
There's a huge need for speech pathologists, and the concept of speech assistants is really new. But there's a lot of work that speech pathologists do that an assistant could do, and people are kind of just now becoming receptive to that and letting assistants do what they can do.
NAU's speech-language pathology assistant program was created about 4 years ago after the department received a Health and Human Services grant. Dr. Tanner says online delivery of the program has helped the university bring the discipline to people in the Four Corners region and other rural areas.
So now what we've managed to do is to increase greatly the number of underrepresented students coming to this discipline because, one, they don't have to travel like they used to, and two, we now have a general degree that they can get that's very valuable. Plus, we provide them with many of the leveling courses that's necessary for them to get into graduate schools.
The certificate program is 21 hours of university classes. Technological advances have made it easier to create the courses.
I've taken 4 of the 7 classes. 2 I've actually taken face-to-face and 2 online, and I just love them. The way that they have them set up, you are just bound to succeed. They're really interactive, they have fantastic links that are very informative, tons of lectures, and then of course they're always available if you need them.
Some students say they prefer speech pathology and language classes delivered on a computer because they can watch or listen to demonstrations over and over again. Creating some of the online material has been a challenge, especially in the area of phonetics.
Phonetics is a written representation of our speech and the way speech sounds. So it's a kind of new written language for how we speak. And in order to put in those characters, you have to, it takes HTML code, which is the code that's used to write web pages. It takes like 40 letters in HTML code to make one letter symbol in phonetics. So that was the challenge of putting that course online, really, is putting all those symbols into the course so that someone on a Mac could view it as well as someone on a PC could view it to make it accessible to everyone.
Accessibility is important to students in the SPLA certificate program, and teaching assistant Courtney Woodford gets to hear all about it.
The students have given us fantastic feedback. Daily, we get floods of emails. It keeps me busy most of the day, and phone calls of just the positive response of how much they enjoy the classes, what good teachers Stephanie and Dr. Tanner are. They feel like they're really learning a lot and things that they can apply in the work settings that they'll be going to.
Training speech-language pathology assistants is a source of pride for creators of the program, especially after the Department of Health and Human Services sent a team to Flagstaff to do a case study.
And they used our program as an example of the success of these kinds of programs and to use it as a model for future programs. And we took them to some of our sites where we provide training, Hopi Reservation and the Navajo Reservation. They went through all of our courses, and we received very high praise for the kind of work that we did with those grants.
Between 100 and 150 students have enrolled in NAU's online Speech-Language Pathology Assistant Certificate program. And because of student interest and feedback from the courses, department heads have a goal of putting all undergraduate speech classes online.